Hello guys, Mesa here, and this is a commentary battle for Shogun 2 Fall of Samurai. So, this is my new acquisition, or was a pretty recent acquisition at this point, when the game was filmed. The Gatling guns. So, obviously you want to use them at an advantage point, like right here. So, yeah, I basically camp for this game. Yeah, go ahead, call me a camper. Anyway, I have the Gatling gun, I have Red Bear infantry, another set of Red Bear infantry, one more, and even another one, and some White Tiger Force, which is quite cheap. So I brought them along, because I had some extra money lying around. And I got my two cavalry forces, the Yariki, and my opponent. He has some Yariki, and he's capturing this sword Jojo over here, and he has even more Yariki, and even more Yariki, and he has Katana Kachi, Yarikachi, Red Bear Infantry, Spear Levy, Katana Kachi, Red Bear, Katana, and Yari, and I think he has some hidden cavalry as well. So as I said, I'm going to be defensive in this match, and my opponent didn't buy any artillery units, because yeah, the Gatling gun is considered an artillery piece. Go figure. So he has a lot more money than me to actually spend on numerous units. So he has a lot more men than me. But the fact that I have a Gatling gun in my army pushes the balance bar way up in my advantage. But it really isn't so. Well, kind of is, but you have to utilize as well. So I see his cavalry coming up here on my flank, and my cavalry is hidden at this point. So I'm going to charge him pretty soon, but I know I'm going to lose these cavalry forces. But I don't want 40 guys or 80 guys, I guess, charge my line simultaneously, because that would pretty much break my army.
The enemy has discovered your hidden units.
Yeah, so we got the charge bonus, so I lost even more guys than I would if I had charged him. That's too bad. Anyway, I think this was a hidden unit. This is his third cavalry unit of Yariki. So I bend my line a little bit, so he doesn't get a flanking charge on me. And in the meantime, my cavalry is routing.
A unit is running from the battlefield.
And as I said, I expected that. So. But my enemy now has 22 and 17, so I consider that a victory at the time, and I bend my line here as well. Yeah, and there's one more unit that I didn't show. It's my German sniper squad, the Tosha Riflemen, and they are quite experienced at this point. It has been several battles between the last one and this one, and yeah, this thing was actually pretty stupid of me. Don't quite know why I did this. Oh, yeah, my Gatling gun is firing. Just a single one. And there's a reason for that. Well, now they're all firing, except for that one. But you can control the unit in first person mode, and yeah, so you control one individual Gatling gun, and you can fire it in first person mode. Yeah, so if you just see one firing, or one firing in a completely other direction than the other one, it's being controlled in first person. Yeah, so it was pretty stupid. In my head, of course, it was a good idea at the time, but turns out it wasn't. Should have realized that. It was a stupid mistake.
Your general can no longer fight, sir. He has sustained a terrible
Oh well.
injury.
At least he has 11 less horses. So I see that he tries to get behind me, so I put my red bear infantry, my sniper squad, and eventually my white tiger force to protect my line. So I'm basically boxing in my Gatling guns because that's my huge advantage in this game. And Gatling guns aren't that big of an advantage if your opponent can either outflank them or, well, really outflank them, or just charge them with an infantry unit. Not an infantry unit, a cavalry unit. Well, of course, could use an infantry unit as well, but, well, more effective with cavalry. So he's united his cavalry, but he's not going to utilize it quite well, as you're going to see eventually. And I don't think anything is happening right now. Well, I move my sniper squads forward, and I think they are soon going to shoot at these cavalry forces. Pretty soon. There we go. And they are pretty accurate. There are skirmish units, after all, so they nearly rout the hierarchy. I think I actually follow them. No, I don't. Yeah, and in the meantime I got some Gatling shots off. Apparently just killed 2 people. Oh well. And yeah, he charged with his cavalry unit, one of them. And that was stupid by him. Because he should have united his cavalry and then charged for greater effect. So my opponent decided to charge in with everything he got at the same time. And it's not too bad of an idea, because then I have to do several things at once. And yeah, it's multitasking. It's microing, if you want a StarCraft term for it. So I got one single line protecting this flank, so this flank is pretty weak. And I haven't gotten around to move my red bears and my sniper squad up yet, or turn them around so they can actually fire. But I routed his spear levy, and pretty soon I think I route these guys, I'm not actually sure. But I routed the Arikachi and the red bear infantry as well, but the red bear infantry I stopped routing and will be rejoining the fight pretty soon. So here he charges in his general to take out my Gatling guns, and I managed to get some shots off in first person mode, but it wasn't enough. And at the time I thought this was a pretty stupid mistake by him, but it turned out to kinda work out. I think he roused my Gatling guns, not actually sure, but yeah. So my white tiger force breaks pretty much immediately. But they were cheap units, so I expected that. And here my German sniper squad is in quite grave danger, because skirmish units don't do quite well against katana. Yeah, and finally his general is dead. So he has a similar morale disadvantage as me, because he's lost his general, obviously. So the battle is pretty chaotic at this point. So I defeated these guys, so they're standing in line just right here. But I think I try to change the position again, and then I end up running them into these guys. Oh well. Then what I was going for was placing them up here, so I could get some shots off on this melee infantry right here, because I expected these units right here to rout. But I managed to rout his all of its units. Well, eventually. only his Yari catcher remains, and my opponent leaves the game. And I'm sorry, but I can't show you the endgame statistics because I didn't film it. Or because because I thought that they would be shown at the end of the replay. But turns out when your opponent quits the game, the replay don't add scores. Oh well, good game to my opponent, Eisenberger.B. And yeah, as you can see, it was a pretty costly victory. Or a close victory. I don't know how to separate that. But anyway, good game to my opponent. And if you like what you're seeing, then subscribe for more. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.